Hello, folks. Ted Bear here, also known as Coach Ted, coming to you with another episode in Living Fully with ADHD. Different ways of dealing with, improving your life, and enjoying your life more when you have ADHD. So, you like all my colors today? All my layers? They're doing work on my building where I live, and the heat's off for a number of days, and it's gotten pretty chilly outside. So I'm layering up, getting sort of practicing for when it gets really cold. Though the apartment stays really warm, but when I go outside. So you all know that I did recently done a couple of teleseminars called How to Overcome Procrastination When You Have ADHD. And I will be doing them again, probably one next month. So keep an eye out for that. But I thought I'd share some strategies that I've learned about that I actually don't talk about in the teleseminar because there's just not enough time. When I was doing research, I have already had a list of things from my own experience, but I also did some research on things, looking for other strategies. And hello, Shane. Hey, man. Nice to see your name here. Been a long time. Hope you're doing well. So I found 28 different strategies for dealing with procrastination. So I'm going to talk about 3 of them today that I actually don't talk about in the teleseminar. So the first one's a really interesting one that I ran across. Filling up your schedule. You think, well, how does that help? If I fill up my schedule, how am I get stuff done? Well, the idea here is that you fill up your schedule, not entirely, but fill up your schedule with recreational and other non-work activities, limiting the time you have for work or the activities on which you're procrastinating. It's kind of, you're like squeezing the time. So because you have less time, then that kind of encourages you that psychologically, I've only have 2 hours, so I better do this right now, rather than, I'll do it later. Of course, it doesn't necessarily stop you from saying, well, I don't have enough time, I'll do that tomorrow. But give it a try. It's really an interesting way of helping yourself. It kind of brings into play that deadline, last minute scenario, which so many of us with ADHD like so well. So that's the first one. Second one is vocabulary. I'm a very big one on the power of words. How you talk about things has a big influence on what happens in your life, the results that you can create. So, for instance, should, must, ought, when we're talking about things that we have on our to-do list. I should do that. I must do that. I ought to do that. Those aren't good words. Those are sort of not kind of punishing words, but they're kind of strong language that are sort of like, you're bad. You should do this. That's kind of the message we're giving ourselves. So I recommend really avoiding those words and instead saying, I will do this, or I'm committing to doing this. Teresa, hi. Thanks for watching. Nice to see your name. Welcome. So I was talking about must, should, ought. Another word that's anathema to me is try. Now, you may remember in Star Wars where, oh my God, R2-D2. No, the other guy. Oh my God, I can't think of his name already. I'm blanking. Anyway, he says, try, there is no try, only do or not do. Of course, as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to remember the name of the character who says that. That's right. You know, try is a very weak word. Well, I'll try that. No, I'll try to do that today. You're not giving yourself any kind of really strong directive. You know, our subconscious listens to the words we use, the things we say, and it delivers on what we say. If you say, well, I try, well, that's kind of weak. Again, I will do that today. I commit to doing that today. Those are strong, positive words to help, you know, support you in doing the things that you really want to do, or, you know, even certainly need to do. The things we need to do, the ones that are even harder to do. So that's vocabulary. Watch your vocabulary. It's very powerful. And then the last thing I want to talk about is something called work in a flow state. So when we're really focused, we're most productive. But there are all sorts, we can get distracted, or we can get caught up in intense emotions that make it hard for us to focus and get stuff done. So here's a little 2-minute meditation that you can do to kind of get yourself centered and back in a space where you can focus. So close your eyes. Now, of course, you're not going to do this while you're driving, but if you feel comfortable, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, and as best you can, kind of empty your mind, and then visualize yourself completing the task. So you're kind of centering yourself, you're calming yourself down, you're bringing your focus inside. That will help you once you open your eyes to actually then focus on the task you're doing. But the other thing that's really powerful here is the visualization. And I could spend a lot of time talking about the power of visualization, but again, the things that we visualize in our mind, our subconscious is watching those, and it's taking its clues from what we say, from what we're thinking, what we're picturing. So when you, in this little meditation, visualize yourself completing the task, you're strengthening the kind of inner resolve to finish it. So there you have it, 3 different strategies for helping yourself overcome procrastination when that's an issue for you. So that's my episode of Living Fully with ADHD today. Oh yes, oh no, one more thing. So I have a new ebook that I've got put up on my website called ADHD 7 Tips for Getting Things Done. So free gift. Go to my website, which is www.expressway2success.com. That's T-O, expressway2success.com. And over on the right-hand side, you'll see a little form. You can put your name and email, and then you'll get a page that gives you a link to downloading the ebook. So 7 tips for getting things done when you have ADHD. So again, thanks for being here, folks, and take care, and until tomorrow. Ah.